What's going on, everybody? It's Unboxing Reviews here, and in today's video I'm of course going to be showing you guys how to make Taskmaster using the LEGO DC Supervillains character customizer. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so to start off with, we're of course going to head on into Appearance, Head, Preset Head this time, and you want to scroll all the way to the very bottom until you find Phantasm's head. Now of course Phantasm is a character that is included in the Batman the Animated Series DLC pack, so you will need that DLC if you want to be able to make my very own custom version of Taskmaster in this game. But if you do have that piece, all you need to do is select it like this and make it dark blue. Now then, we don't need a hair piece or anything like that, so of course we're going to select helmets and scroll all the way to the very bottom until we find Enchantress's hood. For the first color, we're going to make it dark blue yet again, while the second color is going to be orange. Nice. Now then, onto the body. So for the body, we're going to go for preset body, and you want to scroll all the way to the very top until you find Deathstroke's body. But not just any version, it needs to be the one from the Justice League movie character pack. So of course, yet again, that is another DLC you'll need if you want to be able to make this exact design in your game. And if you do have that piece, you just need to make sure that it is dark blue. Now then, for the arms, we're going to go to both arms, and you want to scroll down until you find Deathstroke's again, but this time we're going to go with the classic version, but it's also of course going to be dark blue. For the hands, we're going to make sure that both of them are black like this. For the hips, I actually went with the Atoms, which are from the TV Superheroes character pack. You might not have that, and there's a lot of alternatives you could choose instead, but I just think if you do have this piece, it turns out looking so much more movie accurate. And again, we're going to make that dark blue. And finally, of course, we need some legs, so we're going to scroll all the way to the very bottom to the Deathstroke pieces yet again. We're going to go with the movie ones in dark blue. Nice. Now then, onto the effects. So we don't need a left-hand glow or a right-hand glow, but for the hit impact effects, we're going to turn that on. Make sure that you go style 1, and then for the color, we're going to go with black. And you're also going to do the same with the jump slam effects. So yet again, we're going to turn it on, make sure that it's style 1, and then for the color, we're going to go with black. Because as you can see here, it leaves less of an effect as possible. Nice. Now then, before we move on to the abilities, we of course need to give Taskmaster a weapon. And the great thing about this character is he uses so many different types of weapons. You could give him a sword, you could give him a shield, whatever you want to do. However, we do see him use a bow and arrow in the trailer, and that's what I wanted to do. So we're going to go to bows, bow type, we're going to select the compound bow, and you want to make sure that it is black. Nice. Now then, onto the abilities. So we don't need to add any abilities to the tag button, but for the jump button, we're going to go to double tap X, double jump, turn that on, and we're going to go with double jump style 3. Then once you've done that, you're going to back out of there, head on into the special button category. We're going to select tap circle, and you're going to add an explosive. So you want to turn that on, and for the color, we're going to make it black. Yes, I know it's a pie, but if you make it black, it kind of looks like an explosive, so I think that's pretty cool. Alright, now then, onto the skills. So we're going to be given Task quite a few skills, and to start off with, we of course need to add a grapple gun. So we're going to turn that on, make sure that the grapple gun color is black like this, and then for the rope type, we're going to go with rope type 1 in dark gray. Nice. Now then, for the rest of the skills, we're going to go ahead and add technology, acrobatics, wall climbing. We don't need telekinesis or mind control or any of this. Beam deflect, I would say give him that if he has a shield, but we haven't given him it, so I think we'll just leave that. We don't need x-ray, goon command, graffiti, but we will add tracking, so we'll turn that on. I think we'll make it orange because I think that'll look pretty cool. Yep, I like the look of that. We don't need tracking, illumination, hazard protection, but we will add stealth. Nice. Now then, onto the personality. So for the health icon, I'm just going to go ahead and choose orange. For the health type, we're going to go with standard health. For the voice, just choose any male voice. For the speed, go with normal. For the target reticle, I would highly recommend that you go with Mercy Graves. And then for the animation, we're just going to stick with normal. Because obviously when you give your character a bow and arrow in this game, it gives them a custom animation set. Alright, so we have done the appearance, the abilities, the personality, and we've given him a weapon. So now all we need to do is fill in the basic information. So for the status, I would put neutral if we were making the comic book version, but he seems to be a villain in the Black Widow movie. That might change, you never know, we haven't actually seen the film yet, but I'll just stick with villain for now. For the affiliation, we'll put unknown, and then for the name, we're of course going to put Taskmaster. Nice. Alright, cool. So now, of course, what we're going to do is drop the Taskmaster into the hub world and see just what he can do. So not much is known about Taskmaster's role in Marvel Studios' Black Widow movie, aside from the fact that he is, of course, the film's main antagonist. So there's actually a lot of mystery around just who exactly is behind that mask, which has led to a lot of speculation, with the most popular theory suggesting that Task could potentially be Clint Barton. Now, personally, I highly doubt that this will be the case, as I believe this movie has already been confirmed them to be set after Captain America Civil War and just before Avengers Infinity War. So obviously at that time, after Steve broke Clint and the rest of Team Cap out of the raft, Barton made a deal with the FBI, which resulted in him retiring from the Avengers and being placed under house arrest, allowing him to look after Laura and the kids while also strictly following the Sokovia Accords as demanded by Secretary Ross. Some people have also theorized that the scenes which involve Taskmaster are in fact set during the past, possibly even in a flashback scene, because as we all know, back when Clint was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., Nick Fury originally sent Barton to kill Nat before he chose to let her live. Although as we can already clearly see in the film's teaser trailer, there is actually a fight between Task and the Red Guardian, in what is definitely the present day, as evident in Alexei's appearance, which pretty much completely debunks this theory. Now in the comics, the Taskmaster was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. that went by the name of Tony Masters, who was eventually given the mnemonic Primer Serum, which gave him the ability to perfectly replicate any physical action that he observed. So for instance, if Nat was to attack him a certain way, he'd be able to perfectly pull off that attack himself, while also knowing exactly how to counter it if she were to attempt to use that specific move on him again. So Tony could easily be an ex-agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. that has gone rogue and has a grudge against Nat, but I'm expecting the identity of Taskmaster to be a lot more personal, so I've narrowed it down to either Rick Mason, who just so happens to also be a former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, although it has been said that he is an ally of Nat's and is apparently even romantically interested in her, but of course that could just be a cover-up. Then there's Rachel Weisz's character Melina, who we now know is the Red Guardian's ex-wife and has supposedly known everyone since childhood, as she talks about the big nose that Yelena had as a child and even tells Nat to correct her posture when she's sitting at the table, so she almost acts as a mother figure of sorts to the so-called family, which sounds nice and all, but you've got to think, surely Melina was upset that Nat defected from Russia and joined S.H.I.E.L.D. Lastly, one final thing that I want to talk about is the controversy that is revolving around Taskmaster's design in this film, because it seems as though some people are pretty disappointed in the fact that he isn't wearing a costume that is similar to what we've seen in the comics, or the likes of Marvel's Spider-Man for PS4 and the upcoming Avengers game. Now when I saw the original set photos that gave us our very first look at Task in this film, I have to be perfectly honest, because I really did not like his design. It was just nothing like what I was expecting. However, since then we have seen him armed with a bow and arrow in the trailer, and also some concept art has been released which showcases him with his hood up as he wields a sword and a shield, which we can actually see in this shot right here from the teaser trailer. So now, I don't know about you guys, but personally I actually really like this design. I think they've went with a more tactical look, which definitely works for this film, and considering the fact that I was not expecting to be able to recreate Task's costume in this game, I am immensely happy with the way that this custom character turned out. I just wish that I was able to give him goggles, but regardless, Phantasm's mask still makes this design look so good. And as we've seen in past MCU movies, costumes can evolve over time, whether that be in this movie or the next, and Zemo is an excellent example of that, as he started out as just Helmet Zemo and is now going to go by the name of Baron Zemo and even wear his iconic purple mask from the comics in the upcoming Disney Plus series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So as long as Task survives, I'm sure his costume will only get better from here, and I'd like to think that he won't die in this film, as he could just as easily feature in so many more movies and TV shows down the road. I mean, just imagine him fighting Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Now that would be amazing. But of course, we will just have to wait and see. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video, so I want to thank you all very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more videos real soon, and as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.